They've done it. They have tried to hide this by all means. They haven't wanted to talk about this fact. They haven't wanted to debate why Kate Middleton or Kate Middleton's children are being prepared for this. So much so that her brother, as we can see, is also very concerned about where Kate Middleton's brother, who is James, is. He's practically the forgotten one, right? I mean, he can't be interviewed. They told him no, better not to interview this guy. But why? Well, indeed, because by interviewing him he might somehow reveal, I somehow have information about my sister, and then, of course, they bring it to light. And this is practically the problem that is also being evaluated, right? But what has indeed raised concerns is after Princess Diana's brother questioned the authenticity of Kate Middleton's whereabouts. This is what was indicated. And this is brutal what has been seen, because there we have that he said in a preview of his upcoming interview with the BBC on Sunday, Charles Spencer, brother of the late Princess Diana, expressed his concern about the ongoing speculation about the activities of Princess Kate Middleton. This is what the brother of the poor Lady Di said, who we remember also said, "I'm going to say," at very strange stages, because it's not normal at all that suddenly she enters a tunnel and then doesn't reappear on the other side and dies in very strange circumstances for which there wasn't even an investigation to find out what led her to die. I mean, just like that. And it also took a long time. The ambulance is like it was a crash, in which at that moment she was still alive, right? And her brother started putting all the cards on the table and saying how could it be that they didn't save my sister at that moment. And now, of course, he realizes that practically the same thing is happening to Kate Middleton and all those speculations, right? Now they talk about William's whereabouts, about why William is being such good friends with Camilla Parker. No, because he, in the end, Lady Di's brother, has always known that there was something very strange about Camilla Parker, and knowing also that Camilla Parker and William get along so phenomenally well, it's obvious. He says there's something fishy here. We really need to analyze why Camilla Parker is such a friend of William's, and why Camilla Parker is interested in not talking about this issue. And especially after that very strange disappearance that, to me, doesn't add up, I think somehow or another, as he says, right? He said, "I believe that here they have to confess exactly what could have happened, right?" Spencer said. He also said, "Look, I have doubts about the accuracy of the information." Spencer, who is 59, commented, referring to the theories revolving around Kate's recent absence from public view. The Internet, which was inundated with these conjectures, said since Kensington Palace confirmed in January that Carleton was very ill, or in this case had complications. But Charles Spencer himself has already said and stated that here there are very, very strange things. And he has also said this, he says, compared to the past, the current online environment presents its own challenges. Spencer said, "So when my sister died, if there had been the Internet, many things that were tried to hide at that time would have been known." Charles Spencer has already said this, hinting that social networks are telling the truth, but the media is trying to hide it. And since on social networks many times they put ahead a news item from an officialist media, then all the speculations are completely overshadowed, I mean, as if you can't analyze other information because they block it. And Spencer has said it's very important to take into account that if their children are being prepared for this, it's because there's something fishy going on here. This was communicated by Spencer himself. Attention, now it is known that the lesson would be in Lady Di's death. Indeed, no, because even knowing that their children are being prepared for her death, attention, let's read this news. Let's see what they have to say, because it's brutal what has been known. Let's listen, pay close attention. Psychologists have been summoned to help the young princes understand and process the gravity of the situation. This measure reflects the lesson learned by the royal family after the tragic death of Lady Di, when Princes William and Harry were faced with the loss of their mother without proper preparation. In fact, Many of the traumas that Harry shared in his memoirs are due to how the Crown handled this situation and the lack of psychological support. After losing their mother, the Prince of Wales, determined to prevent his daughters from experiencing a similar trauma, is taking proactive steps to ensure they are emotionally prepared to face any eventuality while life continues for the royal family at Hammer Hall residence in Norfolk, where Kate and William have taken refuge with their children. And it is that, far from the bustle of public life, they find a space of calm and family unity in the midst of the storm they face. Exactly, because, as I say, they are there waiting to see what will happen and the outcome. But the truth is that I am amazed because, of course, it is clear that Harry says, "Let's remember not when his mother dies." And this is what Charles Spencer said. He also says is that they did not prepare them. They did not prepare them psychologically for the death of their mother, knowing that they were already preparing her death practically. There it is being verified once again that Lady Di's death was practically planned. And Harry said they did not prepare me psychologically for my mother's death. Harry is literally denouncing and saying no, they didn't prepare my mother for her death because they knew and because they could have prepared me. That's what Harry says in his book. And now he says Kate Middleton's children are not being prepared, knowing that their mom could presumably die. Therefore, the palace, which is what it has done, has said, well, Harry is right, and we are preparing them. They already have a psychologist. I'm amazed because this is information that we are giving exclusively on the Rolito Baldosa show. No one had said it before, but why? Because no one knew. But we obviously, with this information, already know that the children are being prepared. This is brutal. This is super strong for their mother's death. Which child is prepared for their mother's death, and why are psychologists already preparing these children? It's because evidently there's something we're missing, and there's something that Charles Spencer has wanted to say is that they are not telling us the truth. They are not telling us certain things that they are hiding, that they don't want to tell us but that exist. They are there and we anticipate something very strange. That's what Lady Di's own brother says. And mind you, I say, well, if Lady Di's brother says something, there must really be at least some truth in this matter. But well, there's Lady Di's brother knowing that he can't say anything, because if he does they can even get rid of him. But already says Kate Middleton's children are being prepared because they already know, and the fact that Newton is literally going to disappear is already planned. Really, this is terrible. This has already been communicated, but it seems that the preparation is already underway. Therefore, pay attention. We will be following this news in the next live broadcast. As you know, in the 4th hour of the program, because this is number 3, and as you know, the live broadcasts are a little shorter. That's why I say subscribe to the channel. Very important to activate the bell because we'll be back shortly with more information about this case, and above all, subscribe to WhatsApp a little further down. In the description you have the WhatsApp, where we also indicate when we are going to do a live broadcast. A big hug to all, I love you all, and see you later.